India, Dr. Dhankhar, and Honorable Governor of Maharashtra are arriving. All are requested to kindly rise. I request everyone to remain standing for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, and kindly be seated. Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar, Dr. Sudesh Dhankhar, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Ramesh Bayas, Shri P.C. Modi, Secretary General, Rajya Sabha, Shri Nitin Gupta, Chairman, Central Board of Direct Taxes, Shri Simanchal Das, Principal Director General, Training, Shri Anand Baiwar, Director General, NADT, ADGs of NADT, faculty members, senior officers from the field, distinguished guests, officers of the 76th batch of IRS and their family members, officer trainees of the 77th batch, representatives from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste and a very good morning to one and all present here. The National Academy of Direct Taxes is filled with pride and gratitude as we prepare to host esteemed Vice President and other dignitaries at the valedictory ceremony. I, Shreya Singh, Officer Trainee of the 77th batch, consider it my highest honor to welcome everyone gathered here today. With great respect, may I now request the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar, Dr. Sudesh Dhankhar, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Ramesh Bayas, to do the honor of lighting the ceremonial lamp. I also request all the dignitaries on the dais to join. Thank you, ma'am and sirs. Now, I would request Principal Director General Training, Shri Simanchala Das, to present a sapling to our Chief Guest, Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar, to welcome sir. I would request Principal Director General Sir to present sapling to Dr. Sudesh Dhankhar to welcome ma'am. I again request you, sir, to kindly present a sapling to Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Ramesh Bass. Thank you, sir. I now request Director General NADT, Shri Anand Baiwar, to present a memento to our Chief Guest, Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar, as a token of our gratitude. The memento is a Nandi statue representing the Dhokra art of Bastar region, which was made using the lost wax technique. It is said that every Dhokra piece is unique and no two pieces can be the same. It boasts intricate tribal designs using traditional techniques. Now I request Director General Sir to present a Karvati sari to Dr. Sudesh Dhankhar as a token of our gratitude. Karvati saris are renowned for their vibrant colors, intricate weaving patterns and exquisite embroidery showcasing the rich textile heritage of Vidarbha and embodying timeless elegance and cultural grace. I again request you, sir, to kindly present a memento to Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Ramesh Bass, as a token of our heartfelt gratitude. Thank you, sir. Now I invite the officer trainees of 77th batch, Sara, Rashi, Ananya and Vinay to present the Academy song.
जन जीवन भाग्य विधाता जय जन मंगल जय जनमाता जय जन जीवन भाग्य विधाता जय जन मंगल जय जनमाता नगर नगर में नूतन स्वर हो जन मंगल आदर्श मुखर हो नगर नगर में नूतन स्वर हो जन मंगल आदर्श मुखर हो जन मंगल आदर्श जय जन जीवन भाग्य विधाता जय जन मंगल जय भोजन धन का सम्यक वितरण तृष्ण क्षुधा निवारण कारण भोजन धन का सम्यक वितरण तृष्ण क्षुधा निवारण कारण अमर रहे वेदालय भोजन जीवन एक सूत्रता जय जन मंगल जय जनदाता जय जन जीवन भाग्य विधाता जय जन मंगल जय जनदाता सृष्टि हमारी नव विकास में दृष्टि हमारी यह जनहित हम करिया हरितम जय जन मंगल जय जन जय जन जीवन भाग्य विधाता जय जन मंगल जय जन जय जन मंगल जय जन जय जन मंगल जय जन
Thank you all. I now invite Shri Nitin Gupta, Chairman, Central Board of Direct Taxes, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar ji, Dr. Srimati Sudesh Dhankhar ji, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Ramesh Bes ji, Principal Director General Training, Shri Simanchal Das, Secretary General Rajya Sabha, Shri PC Modi, Director General NADT, Shri Anand Baiwar, Officer Trainees of 76th and 77th batch of IRS, invited dignitaries, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome Honorable Vice President of India to the Valediction ceremony of the 76th batch of IRS here at NADT. Sir, we are honored with your presence here today on this very important day when 56 young officers of the Indian Revenue Service and 2 officers of Bhutan Royal Service embark on their journey in the service of the nation after completing the 16-month-long induction training. We are grateful to you, sir, that you have kindly consented to grace this occasion here today. We are also grateful to Honorable Governor for sparing his valuable time to join the ceremony today. An IRS officer discharges one of the most important sovereign functions of the state, that is the revenue collection. It is important to appreciate that in recent times, the contribution of direct taxes to the overall revenue collection of the Government of India has been growing steadily as compared to the contribution of indirect taxes. The direct tax have contributed about 57% to the government's kitty in the financial year 23-24, as against 43% contributed by the indirect taxes. In the preceding financial years like 1920 and 21-22, barring for the COVID year, the direct tax contributed about 52% as against 48% by the indirect taxes. This is in line with the best practices of any progressive tax jurisdiction globally and indicates a greater integration of our economy with the global economy. In fact, we have seen very robust tax collections since financial year 13-14, where our debt collections have grown by more than 206% from 6.39 lakh crore in financial year 13-14 to 19.58 lakh crore in 23-24. Our gross collections have also grown in the same manner and have grown by 223% from rupees 7.22 lakh crore in financial year 13-14 to 23.37 lakh crores in financial year 23-24. We have had a record filing of returns of income, whereby 8.6 crore returns were filed in financial year 23-24, which shows an increase of about 126% over the returns filed in 13-14. We have taken speedy processing of returns of income, and the processing time has now reduced to only 10 days. This is the average processing time, whereas the most of the returns get processed in 24 hours to 48 hours. Due to this, refunds have been issued very quickly. During the current financial year, we have issued refunds aggregating to 3.78 lakh crores, which is about 23% higher as compared to the preceding year. The number of refunds aggregated to 3.79 crore, which shows the scale at which we have been operating upon. For the first time ever, the department has taken a new initiative to extinguish small demands of the taxpayers of earlier years, right from 61-62 till 2014-15, which benefited more than 77 lakh taxpayers, thereby helping the cleaning of the books of account maintained by the department and helping the taxpayer as well as the officers and officials of the department to do more intensive and better work. We can see that the department has evolved with the requirements of changing times, and there has been a paradigm shift in its role from merely an enforcer to that of a facilitator. We have kept the taxpayer as central to the department and have formulated our policies to provide improved taxpayer services by adopting technology and bringing about far-reaching changes by re-engineering our business processes. The focus is on promoting and facilitating voluntary compliance. However, it is imperative to create credible deterrence against tax evasion as well. We are using technology extensively to identify and detect tax evasion. Thus, the young officers will have the twin role of facilitating compliance as well as creating deterrence against tax evasion as they step into the field. In order to prepare the young probationers to deal with the increasingly complex challenges, the role of National Academy of Direct Taxes is very crucial. NADT steps in at the formative stage of an officer's career and plays a stellar role in the development of the right mix of skill sets in India's budding tax administrators. The Academy performs the critical role of developing, enhancing, monitoring, and molding the human capital engaged in nation's direct tax strategies and administration. I am sure that the extensive training programs imparted by the NADT and various attachments undergone by these officers in developing the analytical and soft skills will hold them in good stead in discharging their responsibilities when they assume office in the field. Training and capacity building forms the bedrock of a competent professional workforce. With the establishment of Capacity Building Commission and launching of Mission Karmiyogi, the Government of India has accorded top priority to capacity building. We are also cognizant of the fact that our officers and officials should continually refresh their skills to ensure effective delivery of taxpayer services on one hand and efficient enforcement of tax laws on the other. Keeping this in mind, CBDT has decided to introduce a policy of 50 hours of mandatory training annually to all the officers and officials of the Income Tax Department from the current financial year onwards. The officers and officials would be prompted to choose need-based and self-paced learning from a plethora of resources, including those ones available on iGot platform and other digital learning platforms, apart from the training programs being conducted by the NADT and other such institutes. I sincerely hope that our officers and officials will make good use of these training modules. I take this opportunity to congratulate the officers of the 76th batch who have completed their training and will join the field shortly. I hope that you will display the highest order of discipline, dedication to duty, and above all, integrity, and maintain a fine balance between competence and compassion as you deal with the people from diverse backgrounds. Honorable Vice President, sir, your presence here today will inspire these officers and motivate them to become true servants of the country in this Amrit Kal. They are fortunate to be receiving your blessings, and I am sure that they will imbibe your words of wisdom in true letter and spirit. Once again, my best wishes to the officer trainees of the 76th batch and their families for a wonderful career in the department. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Ms. Lena Balan, Course Director, 76th Batch of IRS, to present the Induction Course Report.
Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar ji, Srimati Sudesh Dhankhar, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Ramesh Bais ji, all the other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, faculty members, distinguished guests, officers of the 76th batch of IRS and their family members present here, officer trainees of the 77th batch of IRS, representatives from media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to one and all. As we gather here today, I am honored to share insights into the remarkable journey of the 76th batch of the Indian Revenue Service during the 16 months long induction training at the National Academy of Direct Taxes. Sir, this batch, comprising 58 officers, commenced their training on December 19, 2022 with a diverse cohort that includes 2 officers from the Bhutan Royal Service and 24 lady officers who constitute 41% of the total batch strength. Throughout the 16 months long training, these officers underwent rigorous modules designed to enhance the domain, functional and behavioral competencies. From intense theoretical inputs on direct tax laws, advanced accounting, office procedure, international taxation, transfer pricing, business laws, laws of governance and ethics, to topics like gender sensitization, managing personal finance, preventive vigilance, to practical hands-on training in faceless assessment procedure, ITBA portal, and also on technologies like digital forensics, Tally and Excel, the curriculum was meticulously crafted to prepare them for the challenges ahead. Sir, the training was not confined to the classrooms alone. These officers also learned about the real-world scenarios through 12 weeks long on-the-job training across 11 stations of the country, where they learned about different verticals of the department, gaining invaluable insights into the intricacies of tax administration and also of the functioning of GST office, Office of Registrar of Companies and the offices of Standing Counsel and Prosecution Counsels to the department. The training methodology included classroom lectures, case studies, group discussions, seminars, presentations, workshops, self-learning exercises, etc. The officers of this batch also completed various courses on iGot Karmayogi platform also. Activities like public speaking, book reviews, simulated search exercises and moot courts were conducted from time to time. The officers of the batch were provided exposure of working of different organizations like Parliament of India and Election Commission of India through attachment with these organizations. They were also introduced to the functioning of different stock exchanges and centralized processing center at Bangalore. Sir, the batch also had attachments on different topics with National Institute of Securities Markets, National Forensic Science University at Gandhinagar and Bureau of Police Research and Development, Indian Army, Naval Dockyard and Air Force Academy. Cultural immersion and ecological appreciation were integral to their training with study tours which included 15 days long Bharat Darshan, adventure camps, jungle safari, visit to heritage sites, and community service initiatives, fostering a holistic approach to learning. In pursuit of their excellence, the officers of this batch were also involved in extracurricular activities and community engagements like conducting blood donation camps, organizing tax awareness cycle rallies, celebrating Environment Day, International Yoga Day, conducting various events like INTAX, the annual sports meet of NADT, and various other workshops and exhibitions. As part of Shramdan, the officers of the 76th batch, along with those of the 75th batch, has contributed towards installation of a 100-feet national flag in NADT. Several new initiatives were started during the induction training of the 76th batch, the most notable one being Trainee, a lecture series by eminent Indians, where the inaugural address was given by the Honorable Vice President in August 2023. Sir, through these endeavors, these officers not only gained knowledge, but also developed a sense of responsibility and integrity crucial for public service. Armed with knowledge, skills, and a sense of duty, they are ready to uphold the highest standards of tax administration and serve the nation with integrity and commitment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Zeba Khan, officer of the 76th batch of IRS, to share her experiences of the induction training.
Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar, Honorable Vice President of India, Dr. Srimati Sudesh Dhankhar, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Ramesh Bais, all the other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, faculty members, distinguished guests, officers of 76th batch of IRS and their family members present here, officer trainees of 77th batch of IRS, representatives from media, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to one and all. I, Zeba Khan Mansoori, officer trainee of 76th batch of IRS, consider it my absolute privilege to be in front of this august gathering this morning to share my experience of 16-month-long induction training here at National Academy of Direct Taxes. Sir, this 16-month-long training curriculum of Indian Revenue Service Income Tax is divided into 2 comprehensive modules designed to equip officer trainees with the necessary knowledge, skills, and abilities to effectively administer and enforce income tax laws in India. The core of the training program revolves around an extensive academic curriculum covering detailed study of income tax acts, relevant rules, regulations, case studies, investigation techniques, mock searches, etc. The training also included extracurricular activities like celebration of India Day, showcasing different culture of our beautiful nation, 4 zone-wise cultural programs, annual sport events like INTAX, and many more. The training was meticulously designed to give us exposure outside the academy in the form of various attachments. So, during our Parliament attachment, we got opportunities to call on Honorable President of India, Honorable Vice President of India, to attend a parliamentary session and to interact with Lok Sabha Speaker, Chief Election Commissioner, and many other dignitaries. We also had a week-long army attachment at Arunachal Pradesh, Ladakh, and Srinagar, where we learned about leadership, discipline, operational preparedness, teamwork, and camaraderie. We went on heritage tours to places like Mahabalipuram, Kolkata, Sabarmati Ashram, and industrial visits to different industries. We had 2-week-long Bharat Darshan covering southern and eastern parts of the country, where each region offered unique tradition, culture, flavors, and sights, thus making it a truly unforgettable experience for us all. We also had 82 days long on-the-job training at 11 different stations, where we had a first-hand experience of the intricacies of tax administration and enforcement in India. So, finally, now we are going to step in the world with confidence, equipped with knowledge, skill, and memories that will going to last a lifetime, And though our paths may diverge, we will forever remain connected by the bonds forged in the cubicle of IRS training. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. I now invite Shri Donepudi Vijay Babu, officer of 76th batch of IRS, to share his training experiences.
Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar, Honorable Vice President of India, Dr. Srimati Sudesh Dhankhar, Shri Ramesh Bais, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, all the dignitaries on and off the dais, faculty members of the National Academy of Direct Access, officers of the 76th batch of IRS and family members, officers, trainees of the 77th batch of IRS, distinguished guests present here, representatives from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Warm namaskar and good morning to everybody present here. I, Donepudi Vijay Babu, an officer of the 76th batch of IRS, consider it my proud privilege to be able to share my experience in front of this august gathering as we move from being an officer trainee to becoming an officer. Sir, the training at NADT has been a mix of both academic and non-academic sessions. Over a span of 1,968 sessions, we have covered diverse areas like direct tax laws, advanced accounting and finance, interpretation of statutes, information technology, transfer pricing and international taxation, office procedures, Rajbhasha Hindi, etc. We also had hands-on experience of the ITBA module, project insights, mock searches, and group activities like industry projects, counselor group meetings, etc. Sir, the National Academy of Direct Access has 10 regional campuses across the country, from where the faculty would come here to teach the latest batch of IRS recruits. But a new practice is started from our batch, where instead of the faculty coming here, the officer trainees were sent to the regional campuses, where different modules of the induction course were taught to them. This has enabled the officer trainees to not only learn new concepts, but also explore the cultural and historic places nearby. We've also initiated new programs like Trainee, which was inaugurated by you, sir, and Beyond the Horizon, where different distinguished personalities shared their professional and personal experiences with the officer trainees. Awareness programs including Swachhata Pakhwada and Hindi Pakhwada were also conducted. Sir, overcoming fears and learning something new is not very easy, but in my experience here, the wonderful infrastructure at NADT enabled many of us to come out of our comfort zones and learn something new. For instance, for a person like me who had always shied away from sports, I could pick up swimming and running here at NADT thanks to the excellent faculty and facilities available here. During the course of 16 months, we got to participate in the annual sports event Intax twice, where many of us, like me, had come out of our comfort zones and successfully participated in close to 20 sports. Last but not the least, we, along with the 75th batch of Indian Revenue Service, had contributed to the installation of 100 feet Indian flag, which stands as pride of not just us, but also of the National Academy of Direct Access and Nagpur. Honorable Chairman CBDT had highlighted the crucial role played by the Academy in shaping and nurturing our mettle and skills. Sir, I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of all the officers of the 76th batch to thank the faculty of the National Academy of Direct Access for putting in the great efforts in preparing us to take up our new roles and responsibilities in the field. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I now request the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar, to kindly distribute the medals to meritorious officers of the 76th batch. I also request the dignitaries on the dais to kindly join. The gold medal for highest score in transfer pricing and international taxation goes to Mr. Keshav Gupta. Gold medal for transfer pricing and international taxation goes to Keshav Gupta. V.V. Badami Memorial Gold Medal for highest score in office procedures and other allied procedures goes to Ms. Sonia Kataria. Rajbhasha Padak for highest score in official language goes to Kumar Keshav. C.C. Ganpati Memorial Gold Medal for highest score in Advanced Accounting and Finance goes to Mr. Jitendra Sharma. SAL Narayan Rao Memorial Gold Medal for highest score in Business Laws 1 and 2 goes to Mr. Pankaj Rathi. The Chairman's Gold Medal for highest score in Enforcement Management and Administration in the Income Tax Department goes to Ms. Sunita Meena. Principal Director General's Gold Medal for highest score in Information Technology and Operation again goes to Sunita Meena. The V.R. Akadkar Memorial Gold Medal for highest score in direct taxes goes to Ms. Sunita Meena. The V.R. Bapat Gold Medal for highest score in academics again goes to Sunita Meena. The last and the most awaited one, the Finance Minister's Gold Medal for Best Officer Trainee for overall performance goes to Ms. Sunita Meena.
Good morning, all of you. I'm trying to compose myself. It happens only in movies that you give medal after medal to someone. 5 being given to one. Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Sri Ramesh Bais, Chairman CBDT, Sri Nitin Gupta ji. I am beholden to him for making available 2 very important opportunities to be at this place. I was here on the last occasion. I vividly recollect. It was inauguration of a lecture series. I delivered the first one. I now recollect something which was said by a great philosopher, Heraclitus, and he was in pre-Socrates era. And what he said was, no man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, nor the same man. Things have changed here. I am not the same man as I was then, and you are not the same as was earlier. Making us believe there is nothing permanent in life except change. Change is the only constant. Grateful, Nitinji, for making available this opportunity to me. I must express my deep sense of gratitude to the Indian Revenue Service and to this academy for the reason that Sri P.C. Modi, Indian Revenue Service 1982 batch, is helping me enormously in transforming Rajya Sabha working and secretariat. Sri Modi is presently Secretary General Rajya Sabha, former CBDT chairman. I would urge him that he, in concert with Nitin Gupta ji, will work out a structured mechanism so that this important service has continual interaction with members of the Rajya Sabha at all levels. I particularly invite the members for a very thorough visit of Rajya Sabha as and when convenient, and will depute an officer on duty to coordinate the same. Sri Siman Chala Das, Principal Director General Training, New Delhi. Sri Anand Rajeshwar Baiwar, Director General NADT. To both of them I am grateful. What fell from the words of the Chairman CBDT, they match the very best in the world. The kind of planning has gone into your training, how you were exposed to the entire country, how evolution of holistic personality has been brought about. I am sure they are keeping in tune with the best of times in the world. My congratulations to them. Distinguished members of the faculty, because an institute has no meaning without a devoted, committed, informed, and erudite faculty. This one is gifted one. My young officers, and more particularly their parents, proud family members, proud friends, I am grateful for their presence, and those who are not present here, I convey my greetings to them for having given to the nation in the shape of their progeny such good human resource. Ladies and gentlemen, I must at the outset express my deep sense of satisfaction for the content, for the conveyance of the same, for the body language of Miss Jeba Khan and Mr. Done Pude Vijay Babu. And my dear young friends, they were here as your representatives. I see each one of you at that level. You have to pick up only 2 and that happens by chance. So they exemplify the learning character, strength of each one of you. The anchor, Miss Shreya Singh, anchors often have been pain in the neck of the chief guest. She is a big exception. On occasions, I find it impossible to bear with them and would send a chit to the organizer. Can you please control him or her? But she was a pleasant experience. On a lighter side, I wish I could constitute a committee to go into all details of Miss Sunita Meena, who got 5 medals. Coincidentally, we are from the same state. But there is nothing free lunch, as they say in the United States, and there is nothing coincidental about it. It was destined. I entered the premises and I paid tributes to the father of the nation. I saw what was scripted there. I quote, Gandhiji reflected, I quote, I will give you a talisman and never forget what he said. This will not change with the times, notwithstanding what I said. That change is the only constant. But certain things don't change. This is one of them. Whenever you are in doubt or when the self becomes too much with you, it will happen. Apply the following test. And the test laid down by Father of the Nation is simple. Simple to read, simple to preach, but indeed a daunting task to practice. I quote, recall the face of the poorest and the weakest man, woman, whom you may have seen, and ask yourself if the step you contemplate is going to be of any use to him or her. Always keep that in mind. I recall my days when I was on a visit to the US in 1988, along with my wife. She then was not an academic doctor, and therefore not a great challenge. When you get doctorate in academics, the challenge is incremental. And then when you grow old, it becomes vertical. But doesn't matter. You all are too young to feel about it. That was the time when you could easily access Statue of Liberty. You take a ferry, go to Statue of Liberty. I went along with her. Yes, I went along with her. I'm not making a mistake. She didn't go with me. I went with her. When I was going inside the staircase, I saw another talisman by Mahatma Gandhiji. And it was, I may mix up with the words, but the content was this: I care for your freedom because I value mine. Just imagine what he said. Friends, grateful for making me part of the Valediction ceremony of the 76th batch of the Indian Revenue Service. This day is a significant milestone in the careers of many graduating students, their parents, their family members, and their friends. It also marks a new journey that holds premise of opportunities, promise, challenges, and responsibilities. Each one of you, my congratulations on completion of this rigorous training. I had the occasion to see how rigorous it was. It was rigor intermixed with pleasure, and therefore you did not feel the heat of it. And that goes as a compliment to those who crafted your schedule. You are taking a leap into a nation that is on the rise. And your job will be, as public servants, to sustain the incremental trajectory. I must particularly make reference to two officers. I had the occasion to greet them at the photo session. They are from the Bhutan Royal Service. They will carry our message of goodwill to the people of Bhutan. And this connect will be grateful to both sides. Keep this connect all your lives. Bhutan is a lovely country. A visit to Bhutan will always be enriching, and it is next door. Congratulations to them. There was a time when some other service held the primary position. It is just like if you go to Delhi and go to various colleges of Delhi, and you go to one college and ask where is the other college, they will say the college is across the street. The college I am referring to is one in which Secretary General Rajya Sabha, Mr. P.C. Modi, was a student and his defense. When someone would ask them, where is Hindu college? They wouldn't take the name, they would say, college across the road. This used to happen with services also. Not any longer. Indian Revenue Service is unique, has its own position. It is being rivaled by others. It has a pivotal role as the custodian of our taxation system, because democracy is being driven by economic strength, and you are integrally connected with that. And the one on the dais, Mr. P.C. Modi, exemplifies that even you have avenues beyond your service. In Parliament, he is contributing enormously. And mind you, changing the profile of the Secretariat of Rajya Sabha meaningfully. So your service has many avenues now. Avenues that will be envy of any member of any service. Friends, as revenue officers, you are not merely tax administrators. You are entrusted with the stewardship of our fiscal framework. And that fiscal framework, which is spinal for functioning of our democracy and public services. As public servants, my friends, you are required to exemplify by conduct. And what you have to exemplify? Discipline, integrity, humility, ethics, and sense of commitment. You are in a category of youth that is being watched and envied. You are natural role models, and you therefore must be inspirational and motivational to young minds all over the country. Friends, the world is changing at incredible speed. It is changing by the seconds. Take your own domain, where you will be taking big leap. There has been transformational change in dynamics of tax administration and collection. We have moved from a predominantly traditional paper-based system to a modern technology-driven ecosystem where information is readily accessible and processes are streamlined for the benefit of the authorities as also the taxpayer. This transformation has revolutionized the way we deal with tax regime, making it more efficient, user-friendly, transparent. My young friends, you will not recollect. Gone are the days when tax filing was a cumbersome and complex process. It was intimidating. People used to take leave from their service, be at the disposal of the chartered accountant, and work for several days that their tax return may not be a fearful scenario to them. Not any longer. the department has made such a headway that all you need to file your return on is available on your computer. Another aspect which you will relish, and for us it's a big change, for people of my age, amazingly friendly. Otherwise, a visit or a message from the tax inspector or officer would make you lose your sleep. You'll be worried. You'll find ways how to connect with him or her. But now the system is friendly, amazingly friendly, hand-holding. It has been transformed from tax collection to tax facilitation. A big change. And this change is changing mood of the nation. Taxpayers, I am one of them, mightily and amazingly surprised with quick refunds. Mr. Nitin Gupta gave out the figures. Amazing figures of refunds effected. Addressing of concerns. Innovative mechanisms have been developed by the department to see the department and the taxpayer are in the same groove when it comes to addressing their concerns. The new norm is transparency and accountability. Formal economy is fast replacing informal structure of economy. People are realizing that it is always gainful to be part of formal economy than that of informal economy. The first one, the formal economy, gives you satisfaction and growth in a legally scripted manner. The second one brings in its wake problems and travails. But my young friends, taxpayers and citizens are getting increasingly demanding. The more you do, the more they demand. The tax administration is doing well, it's good at the moment, but it has to further enhance and demonstrate fairness, equity, and transparency in all its facets and activities. Tax administrations are challenged to keep pace, answer the taxpayers' needs and expectations while keeping tax frauds at bay. Dealing with tax frauds, a menace to society, a danger to the system. You have to deal with heavy hand. Your chairman indicated that there has to be effective coupling of being in hand-holding form and demonstrate also deterrence. Both are equally necessary. Friends, I find still there is greater need to focus on concealing transactions and money. Some people still have not fallen in order. They still think they can bypass your technological inputs, your intellect. They are mistaken. They will certainly be in your net. But better than getting them into the net is counsel them, disseminate information so that these elements are brought into the system. They must realize that the only good, humble way to contribute for the nation and for one's own welfare is to follow rule of law and never flout it. These people need to be made aware of the hazards of technological inputs. Technology is constantly watching them. With Aadhaar card, with PAN, with transactions being necessarily reported, the department is fully aware of what is taking place. So the moment you make aware this category, who I say are tax fraud category, that look here, you can't outsmart the system. Sooner or later you will be in the net. This counseling is sufficient for them to get in line, and they would. Embrace technology, friends, to thwart this menace, not only to tax regime, but to the society at large. Because a tax fraud is challenge to the social order. He gets ill-gotten wealth that is not accountable to the department. His lifestyle changes. His children get into a different groove. They become envy of other children. Why? Because they have not been brought in the net. Take steps vigilantly. Use technology, and you'll find easy answer for it. Friends, already there is in place a technological adaptation by the department. The introduction of online portals, digital platforms, and automated systems has simplified tax compliance. Indeed, it has, making it easier and more convenient for individuals and businesses to fulfill their obligations and enhancing the ease of doing business in the country. This is a ground reality these days. People have come to adjust to it. They say, yes, this is how it is happening. The increasing digitization of tax administration in India is truly laudable. As a matter of fact, global entities, including the World Bank, have appreciated our digital penetration. Our transactions are digital. They have contributed massively to formal economy evolution. I must remind you, friends, and this was impossible during our days, my young days, my middle age. The faceless e-assessment system has already brought about paradigm shift from territorial jurisdiction to dynamic jurisdiction. It has introduced anonymity in income tax assessment and appeals, and is living up to its objective of honoring the honest. A society that honors the honest and does not reward the dishonest is a society that is stable for peace, harmony, and growth. Friends, we are living in times that are tough, and that toughness is emanating from technological invasion, erupting from our innovation. New technologies, artificial intelligence, advanced analytics, they are improving your tax governance. They help you curb tax evasion. Most importantly, this enhances the trust of the taxpayer in the system, which in turn encourages greater compliance. I said earlier also, change is the only constant. This is changing day by the day. As young professionals, you will have to grapple with disruptive technologies. You will have to embrace them beyond your curriculum. Take, for example, blockchain and machine learning. These two technologies will always be to your avail to discharge your obligations to your work and to the nation outstandingly. Blockchain technology, it is an advanced database mechanism. Database is critical to you. Database mechanism that allows transparent information sharing within a business network. A blockchain database stores data in blocks that are linked together in a chain. This is happening now to the advantage of a department. And henceforth, as custodians of this evolving tax regime, it's a matter of few hours. You'll be custodians of this tax regime. I urge each one of you to embrace technology as an enabler for positive change and a mechanism to help you exploit your potential and talent for larger good of the society. Friends, cash handling has been a menace in our society. We have seen scenes where people will flaunt cash, throw notes. Gone are those days. Technology discourages informal handling of cash, which is extremely damaging to society. Steps like these have brought about unprecedented transparency and accountability within the system now, aligning with the new norm of zero tolerance to corruption in Bharat today. I wouldn't make much reflection on corruption, but one thing is for sure now. Power corridors have been duly neutralized of corrupt elements. Corruption is no longer a password to opportunity or a job or a contract. Corruption is a passage to a place you know all too well, jail. So there is a paradigm shift for the positive. Corruption no longer dictates our administration now. Friends, I was so happy when the chairman reflected on capacity building commission. We are doing it massively in Parliament. Mr. Modi is spearheading it, trying to create human resource that can be spinally strong, informed. We are sending our people to Missouri for the first time. We will work out a mechanism to what extent we can avail the services of other institutes like yours, so that our establishment gets in Rajya Sabha a new lookup. Friends, you are required to be constantly skill graded, upgraded, super graded, because your job will have international ramifications. You will have to address complex cross-border tax issues. You cannot afford to be ignorant about them. This you have to acquire by self-learning. There are newer facets of taxation. International taxation is one regime. Implications of tax treaties will also be crucial for future. A special category of human resources come. That yes, there are some big companies who have consultants who know more about it. No, you know more about it. For you it will be organic. For you it will be natural. Your expertise will beat their expertise any day. You only have to show inclination and attitude. And once your mind is provoked to achieve that high echelon, yes, the system will get strengthened. Friends, your role in ensuring effective tax administration and in creating deterrence against tax evasion makes you critical contributors for nation building. I see enough opportunities for you all in this. Today is a day, and Nitinji, I gather it from newspaper reports, that you have initiated a mechanism today to reach out to those, and their number is more than, I think, 15 million or so, who were required to file tax return, have not filed it. This is a major challenge. I would urge every citizen of this country to take note of it and to ensure this succeeds. We do have large number of taxpayers, 8 crore and above, but we are a nation of 1.4 billion. The number has to go up. Even those who, according to your own data, who were required to file income tax returns have not filed. Your success lies in being not coercive, in taking recourse to non-invasive mechanisms, persuasion, counseling, hand-holding, but ensuring at the end of the day, each one of them files return. Make them feel proud that by filing a return, by paying your tax, you are becoming participant in the growth of a nation that is on the rise, and the rise is unstoppable. And I'm sure they would do it gladly. Take this sense of fear out of their mind. And once you do that, success will come. Friends and my young friends, let me advert to the contemporaneous national scene. During our time, it was different. But now, India has more promise than any other large country in the world. Our Bharat is no longer a country with potential or sleeping giant. India is very much fast moving towards becoming a global superpower. Our rise, as I said, is unstoppable and incremental. We are now a land of hope and possibility, a favorite global destination of investment and opportunity. People and global nations see us rightly as emerging superpower. There are skeptics. There are skeptics outside and inside. Those skeptics are trying to occupy public space. My message to them: the skeptics of our exponential development, unstoppable rise, need to step out of bubble. They must get out of their bubble. They must burst their bubble to experience the environment of hope and possibility. They will be enlightened once they get out of that bubble. If they don't, let us burst the bubble. As citizens of this country, it is our obligation. Friends, this is a different Bharat, fastest growing major economy in the world. We are defining global discourse in several ways, be it yoga. India gave yoga to the world. On 21st June, it is celebrated all over the world. Our visionary Prime Minister took the initiative of the United Nations. In the shortest time, largest number of countries came forward to support it. Solar, India is the headquarters of International Solar Alliance. And look at our landscape. It is dotted by solar power in every conceivable facet. Biofuels, millet. Millet has become favorite meal, even of the rich and mighty. They are tasting real nutrient food. And this is also transforming our agricultural economy. Bharat has done it at a global level. If we go further, we'll find our soft diplomatic power has cutting edge now. During G20 presidency, we became voice of Global South. Such a powerful combination of nations. Look at the kind of GDP they represent, the population they represent. And their voice was not being heard. It is now at a prominent platform thanks to Bharat, our visionary leadership. And now we are in a groove that is defining global economy also. If I take you at independence, we were one of the poorest countries in the world. For our survival, in 60s, we used to get wheat from outside the USA. When I was elected to Parliament in 89, had the good fortune to be a minister in that government, I'll tell you what was the size of our economy in 1991. You'll be surprised. You'll be amazed. Our economy of Bharat, economy of a nation that was known as Sone Ki Chidiya at one point of time, was less than the economy of Paris and London, two cities separately. That was our size. And now we are ahead of UK, Canada, France. Matter of 2 years, we'll be ahead of Japan and Germany. This traversing has taken place on account of policy formulations that suit our nation, on account of vision that has been executed, on account of bureaucracy that has brought it about. We are part of it. Economic transformation of this country is primarily resting on you. Not simply being involved with tax administration, but much more. I'll come to that a little later. We are fastest growing global economy, large economies. Our GDP growth average has been from 6.5% to 7%. As people dealing with the economy, you know it, the importance of it. We are already third largest global purchasing power. It means a lot. And it means a challenge to you all. Friends, path towards Viksit Bharat at 2047 will be charted by whom? By young minds like you. Trained minds. You are lucky and fortunate. You have come to be in this position after getting through one of the toughest competitive examinations. It is a reflection of your merit. The training has only sharpened it. And therefore, in a country of 1.4 billion, you are lucky. Lucky few. Your number in the country is not large. You have to be ambassadors of change. You have to bring it about. And you will change the landscape, in particular of the economy, in years to come, and in general of the nation. I would strongly urge you that you will have the occasion to have interface with human resource in your working. You must instill in people a sense that the surest passage to success is to be tax compliant and law-abiding. Tell them in everyday life that if you take a shortcut, this will turn out to be the longest painful route when you are in need of shortcut. Unbearable pain will be inflicted on you if you take shortcuts with law, with legal regime, with tax regime. Once you do it, it will be gainful to them and helpful to the society at large. Friends, in the pursuit of India's growth story, I call upon each of you to work tirelessly. You can't afford to spare even a second, because our country, unlike other nations, has civilizational ethos of more than 5,000 years. We are cut out to be global leader. In Amrit Kal, we have set firm foundations for Bharat to be a developed nation at 2047, when it celebrates centenary of its independence. People like you, young people, in your category, they constitute the core strength of this marathon march for Viksit Bharat 2047. I call upon you to work towards achieving our collective aspirations, empower taxpayers with information, foster trust through transparency, uphold the highest standards of integrity in your professional conduct. There comes a time in anybody's life when we seek to deviate from sublimity, spirituality, ethical standards, or integrity. Don't yield to that weak moment, because that weak moment will ever resonate in your ears. It will be a single most debilitating factor for your growth. And if you search within, you are yielding to that temptation which is momentary, which is not lasting. More often than not, it will be materialistic. On some occasions, I say with utmost constraint and restraint, personal. Don't become victim of that. Your career has to blossom for you, your family, your friends, and the nation, and I'm sure it will happen. Each one of you, my young friends, is a catalyst for change. You have potential to take the benefits of economic progress to every nook of the country, every diverse segment of the society. Friends, I once again congratulate the graduating officers on this memorable milestone. Embrace the challenges ahead with enthusiasm, with a spirit of service to humanity. You are much beyond just being members of Indian Revenue Service. By virtue of member of this service, you are in the premium category of society. Exploit this position for national welfare. Friends, before I conclude, I'll make some appeal to you. That may not directly concern with your assignment in service, but that is collaterally connected with that. Economic nationalism, being vocal for local. Now you as tax administrators will know, by importing the unavoidable, the avoidable, avoidable imports are a heavy drain on our foreign exchange to the extent of billions. They deprive work to our youngsters. They are handicapped. They are a handicap to evolution of entrepreneurship. You will be interfacing with business people. You can enlighten them. You can imbibe in them a spirit of nationalism. What is available in the country, why should we import it? Tell them the ill effects of that. Merely because it can benefit someone financially to import furniture from outside, curtains from outside, candles, kites, children toys. An economic gain is no justification to barter away your nationalism. Make it a habit. Once you do it, you will be bringing about affirmative change on three aspects. One, foreign exchange will not be drained out avoidably. Two, employment will be generated. Three, entrepreneurship will take a big jump. Similarly, friends, impress upon people that it is not a good idea, surely not good economics, surely not good national spirit to export raw material. The moment you export raw material without value addition, you are pronouncing on the ability and competence of our people that we are not capable to add value. We are capable of adding value. The world is coming to us, but merely because someone is sitting over a reservoir of, let's say, natural resource, why should I bother? Let me export it as it is, I get money. You can do it. Keep that in mind. I congratulate the National Academy of Direct Taxes for doing a fine work of training young officers like you. A great job. Congratulations to them. They need applause for it. I congratulate our Income Tax Department under able leadership for keeping pace and sometimes being ahead of it, the national parameters of development. It does us a great credit. There are departments which people thought will never ever be friendly to the people, will never engage in hand-holding, is in the front league of hand-holding at the moment, transparent and accountable. Congratulations to the department. Friends, as you embark from now onwards, this new chapter of your career, may you find fulfillment and purpose in serving our beloved Bharat. Thank you so much for your patience and time. Thank you.